So when you talk about how to find the right one, we're talking kanina about we're talking about
Three scenarios, right?
the three scenarios, and the second scenario is these are possibly people that are already within your circle.
You know already.
Yeah.
First scenario is you've not met this person yet. You
Not
think.
met. That's why you go through the dating apps.
That's right,
why
that's right.
you send yourself out there.
That's right.
Okay, now for the people that are in your circle, these are could be your friends already on Facebook. Yes.
Friends from the past, yes.
Friends from the past, classmates,
yes.
workmates.
Yes.
Maybe you have an activity, whether it's like you play, maybe you run or whatever activity you have. It could be somebody in that circle
yeah, or
already.
same social circles. People who don't know your fans.
Okay. So how do you open that up? The possibility in your mind that hey, this could be the right one.
I'm talking for people my age, our
Okay.
age. Parang when you bump into someone and then they say, let's have coffee soon, and they really make it an effort to make it happen, I think.
I think the hard part is that most people are. I think they intend to want to connect, especially with people that's already in their circle. The hard part about that is they say, "Oh, let's have coffee soon." For example, it's the follow through
Then they
because
must
nobody
follow through.
nobody wants to put themselves on the line
Ah.
and actually say that, "Oy, ano, let's set it for this day." Most people won't. That's why it's like what do you call that? Yung usapang lasing yung oh come on. It's like you're just saying let's coffee soon, but we're never really gonna have coffee
Oh, but
soon.
if I like someone, I do it again. And I say, I like today. Hope to see you again soon. And I ask again. You know, sometimes I don't want to ask because I'm so kulit na.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't want to look kulit. But who cares? I'm like,
Well, yeah, if you like somebody enough, why not? Diba? You're gonna
Oh
go
my
out on a
God.
limb.
Yeah, vulnerability. Yes.
Okay, so
How do you know?
how do you know?
I know that when I was single years back, when I became single, I knew some people like me and I could like.
Okay. And then okay, so what you do is you ask yourself, is there a possibility? Or do you go through your criteria and go, okay, this person fits my criteria.
Or I just feel like I want to know this person more again. So let's have coffee again. And it's happened na we meet up and I'm like, I remember why it didn't happen. So next.
Yeah, may ganon. Okay.
Kaya nga pala, oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay. So when it's somebody in your current circle, you should just develop set up a time to meet
Yes.
and go over this and your feelings and see how it know. Could it just be intuitive?
Like,
Finding the right one. Could it just be just using your intuition? When you're there in front of the person, how does a person make you feel? The vibe that you get. There's that. That's an
oh my
important
God,
one.
that is the best insight from today. Look at my goosebumps.
Diba?
Yes.
I mean, it's not even a science. It's a really an art form. It's when you say that when you're there and then you talk and then sometimes magic.
But wait, ha. Because I come from the world of design and communications, and sometimes I bring my own chemistry set.
Yeah. Okay.
to a location. I bring my own chemistry set to make the sparks. Because I think I can talk very well. Some people can make people feel better. I think I can make someone feel better over coffee.
So you're saying that what if
It's a manufactured
what if
experience.
the person that you met with is so good at that they can manufacture that feeling.
that environment.
Right. Which happens.
Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
So does that invalidate it? What if the person, let's say for example, they meet somebody like you, Brian, who can manufacture this whole vibe?
I didn't say I can, but I can.
But you just said you could.
I can.
You're capable of it.
Cross my head.
And then when
I wish I can.
no, you can, but you don't do that.
I don't.
At least without you don't do it inauthentically.
When I
If you're
was
gonna
younger.
do it, you really mean it, diba?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if you did do that, but you're cheating yourself of the experience as well?
That's right. That's why I don't do that anymore. But
Because you'll end
Until
up
I
with
was young.
somebody that you may not be compatible with, who's not the right one, but you just created the scenario of the right one, and now you got them believing it.
Ikaw lang, nasa isip mo lang. Yeah.
Oh, and they believe you are, and then when you realize, oh my God, that's not the right one, then you end up leaving. Kawawa naman to. And kawawa, you just both wasted each
Hindi
other's
naman
time.
kawawa lang siya. I mean, the guy had some free will also. So I'm just saying, I mean, it's not a bad place. It doesn't look ugly. It's a beautiful place. A manufactured place is still beautiful.
Oh, sure. And
You
then
know?
as soon as you're done with your infatuation for this person, then you take off that mask, and then they realize, oh my God, he wasn't the right one. It was all
It was all this.
yeah, it was a painting, a canvas, a beautiful artwork that really was nothing else beyond that.
Sounds like a movie.
Pero 'di ba?
But that happens.
That's right. And that's why it's not fair for, well, I think people that do that do it for their own selfish reasons.
Sometimes maybe unconsciously, I don't know. But give him, okay. I understand. But what I'm saying is, your question kasi kanina was, what if suddenly you meet someone intuitively and somehow
Yeah,
you're together in the same room
that-
and there's just something.
Yes.
This is someone you know already?
No, I'm not referring to
A
anyone.
stranger?
I'm just saying
No,
that
I mean, in general.
I'm saying in general that you could just meet somebody and just, well, this,
You've not known yet or you know?
both. It could be somebody that maybe you've never considered. And then one day you're sitting there because now your radar is open. So the first thing pala, so let me just backtrack. Your radars have to be open when you're talking about finding the right one. That's why kanina the question for me was important, that should you be on the lookout or should you not be and just let things happen?
I agree, but it has not yet happened to me. I think there's a small possibility of that happening versus just other ways. Yung parang a magical moment with a stranger,
Yep.
mahirap. Can happen, but not probable. A magical moment with someone you have an idea of, I think more workable.
That you know already, you mean?
Yes.
I actually disagree. I actually think that magical moment is more,
Real with a stranger?
yes,
More possible?
possible with a stranger. Yeah,
Well, you
because
start with a blank slate, but
exactly that, because there is a blank slate, that the possibilities are there, the potential, versus somebody you're already starting from a point of certain biases, certain preconceived ideas of what this person is. So you may already have a little bit of a, maybe just blocking anything from happening at that point. It's not that I'm saying that it can't happen with somebody you already know. I'm saying lang that the possibility of that spark happening
it's possible. It's
is
there.
more possible with a stranger versus somebody you already know. Because nga, there's a little bit of a guarded, both of you are a little bit guarded unless you start to want to intentionally see each other with fresh eyes. Here's a very personal question for you. Looking at your current circle.
I'm gonna ask you that later.
Yeah, sure. Looking at your current circle, is there somebody there that you could say, oh, pwede?
Of course.
One person, two people?
Grabe
three?
numbers.
Yeah, I mean, but are there possibilities? Or right now, on the top of your head?
Possibilities are always possibilities.
Yeah, is there one in the top of your head?
I guess.
You do have
No,
one.
I don't know. I don't know. Next time. Next question. I think there's always someone for someone.
Okay.
I'd like to think the world operates that way.
And you keep saying that it's not literally just one person, not
It's
one.
not literally just one person. To be fair to people, there's always several right ones.
Okay.
It is not the right one,
Okay.
And I'd like to think of the world that way, because if it's not, then let's do things to make that workable for people, because I want people to be loved.
So I think, Brian, if I were to take something out of this conversation regarding finding the right one when it comes to your current circle, what I got out of it is that you have to first look at the people around you with a fresh set of eyes.
Well, yes.
And an open heart.
But
and
there-
be able to accept that there the possibilities.
Yes, but there are also people you don't know who know you. And that's another layer. It's not a stranger because they know you.
Yeah.
Because you're a bit public. You're
Yeah.
very public. I'm a bit public. And,
We're both public.
Oo nga,
Yeah.
okay na.
So that's the thing. Okay. So for the people that are watching that maybe are considering people in their current circle, just have a set of fresh eyes.
I think someone said that to me before. To look at things with new eyes.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Why
and,
not?
And things start to look differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen people look at me differently when they see me again, and I'm like,
Yeah. You're like,
Stop now.
yan kinikilig ka naman.
Hindi, sometimes na. Parang,
Depende who.
oh,
Depende
depende
who.
who. Kasi
Yeah.
parang, no. Parang, maybe. How do you know if the one with you right now is the right one or a right one?
How would you know?
So you're already with this person, now you're
Yeah.
together, you're together like a couple. Maybe ideally not married yet.
Maybe like a year, maybe a few months.
Yeah, too long is difficult.
Well, if you're with somebody for over 6 years, let's say 6 years, 7 years, and you guys haven't like progressed,
And you still don't know, and you still wonder if it's the right one?
yeah,
Wow.
you should quit.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. I think
Mine-
if you're still wondering, I'm wondering why you're still in that relationship for that long, and you're still wondering.
I've seen that happen.
I think people are scared
Of what?
of being alone, so they'd rather even if they really truly believe that that isn't the right one already, but sometimes they're just covering their bases, so they'll stick with that person until they possibly meet somebody. Oh, I know people that have done that. It's selfish, but people that
That's
have done,
hurtful.
It is.
That's awful.
But-
Don't
but-
do that.
but people have done that because they want to protect their own emotional state.
You're gonna get karma.
Yeah, so that's one way people do it. The other
That's
one is when you talk about being with that person, and let's say for example it's only been a few months.
Yeah.
How would you know? Like, what are the signs? Are you looking for signs? Are you looking for God, the burning bush? Parang ganun ba? What are you looking for? I know women that do that. Yung parang
Signs?
look for a sign. God.
I tried that recently.
Oh, did that work? How
Yeah,
it worked?
yeah.
Can you explain what happened in
No.
detail? Okay.
You're not gonna do that.
Si
to me.
Brian, ang daming tinatago eh.
No, I mean I don't have secrets. It's all on my wall.
Okay, so tell me. So what's the sign? Like, what is a sign that the person is the right one, or vice versa, that person is not the right
Why
one?
don't we do this? Let's run through a list of things that we think could be good things that will let you know it's the right one.
Okay.
One of the things I think is you look forward to going home to this person.
Okay.
If you live together or to go home to your own home and talk to this person. But the point is,
If you're excited to go home,
yes.
or just excited to be with a person, like
Yes.
say you're doing something and then you're like, I can't wait.
Yes.
But can you sustain that?
It's happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's not impossible.
Right. Okay. But I agree. I agree with that.
Happened
That's
to me so many times.
For me, I think it's it's the right one when this is probably more not, how do I explain this? When you have more good times than bad.
Why not?
Because there are sometimes you're in a relationship where you're actually arguing as much as you're not.
Oh, that's awful. Why would people stay for that?
Because they think they're in love, and they stick around and they don't realize they're arguing as much as they're together, as much as they're happy.
Wow.
There are a lot of people that like that they're arguing every other day, and they're together for a year.
Or they think this is love.
Oh yeah, or they think this is love.
Or they think this is love.
Yeah, so
Wow, yes.
so you have to look at it from that perspective. Are you happy more often than you are not?
I'd like to think a happy relationship, a love-bringing relationship should be a happy relationship.
But then people do say naman that parang, oh, but love takes work. It's not always.
I don't believe in that model.
Yeah,
I don't believe that it's supposed to just always be difficult.
Yeah, I don't believe so either. I think that it should come naturally, but you still have to work at it.
Yeah,
But it's not like don't force it. Work at it, but it can't be forced.
that's right.
So if you find yourself forcing the relationship to work, that's already a sign that that's not the right one.
Yes.